Welcome to Real Talk with Mama G. Today we're asking a question that many carry quietly. How do I move forward when the person who hurt me never apologized? Let's talk about silent wounds, spiritual maturity, and the grace to release without closure. Question 1. How do I move forward when the person who hurt me never apologized? Answer. Waiting for an apology can feel like waiting for rain in a drought. You keep hoping they'll see what they did. You rehearse what you'd say if they ever come back. You imagine closure, but it never arrives. And that silence can feel like a second wound. But here's the truth: your healing is not dependent on their apology. If you tie your freedom to their remorse, you stay bound. God never said, forgive when they say sorry. He said, forgive because I forgive you. That's not easy, but it's powerful. You don't need their words to walk in peace. You don't need their regret to reclaim your joy. You don't need their confession to be released from the offense. You need God's grace and your own decision to let go. Forgiveness without apology is not weakness, it's spiritual maturity. It's saying, I wouldn't let your silence control my healing. It's choosing to rise even when they don't reach. And when you do that, heaven moves. You step into a freedom that doesn't wait for man's permission. You walk in a healing that doesn't need their validation. You become a testimony that says, I didn't get the apology, but I got the peace. Question 2. What if they're still in my life and acting like nothing happened? Answer. That's one of the hardest places to be, when someone who hurt you never owns it and keeps showing up like nothing is wrong. It can feel like emotional gaslighting. You start questioning your own pain. You wonder if you're being dramatic. You're not. God sees the full picture, and He's not asking you to pretend. He's asking you to protect your peace. You can forgive and still set boundaries. You can be kind without being close. You can walk in love without walking in circles. Forgiveness doesn't mean access, it means release. You are not obligated to keep bleeding just because they wouldn't acknowledge the wound. You're allowed to heal even if they never change. And sometimes the most spirit led thing you can do is step back and let God deal with it. Question 3. What does forgiveness look like when the pain still feels fresh? Answer. It looks like obedience. It looks like choosing to release, even when your emotions scream, not yet. It looks like saying, God, I don't feel it, but I trust you with it. Forgiveness isn't a one time event, it is a process, a posture, a practice. You may have to forgive in layers. You may have to forgive daily. You may have to forgive while crying. But every time you do, you're pulling up the root of bitterness. You're making space for peace. You're saying, I wouldn't let this pain define me. And that's healing. Not because the pain vanished, but because you chose to rise anyway. And that's what forgiveness looks like when it's real. It's not perfect, it's not polished, it's powerful. If this message stirred something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you'll know the moment a new edition drops. We're building something real and we want you in the conversation. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Or if there's a topic you'd like us to tackle, email Mama J directly at askmamajrealtalk at gmail.com. Your voice matters. Your questions matter. Your healing matters. This is real talk and it's just getting started.